Hello, friends. This is Uncle E here with the Richest Man in Babylon. Here we are going through the 7 cures for a lean purse. And I've mentioned to you before, guys, if you haven't yet already, get this book. I can't tell you enough. This is the book that changed my financial life. I went from being in debt to being out of debt. And now that I'm out of debt, I am into investing and I got my money working for me. And so if you're looking for a roadmap on how to make your money work for you, how to get to a place of financial freedom, security, this is a great book for you to get, to read through and to gather the principles. Now we're going through one story, a set of principles that the richest man in Babylon bestowed upon 100 choice men. And so let's do a quick recap and we'll get into the 5th cure for a lean purse, or the 5th cure for a struggling bank account, or the 5th cure for a wallet on E. And so we recap, we had Arcad, who was the richest man in Babylon, who was summoned by the king to go speak to 100 choice men. And so for 7 days, he went through 7 different cures for a lean purse so he could teach them how to become wealthy and how to stay wealthy. And so the first cure was to start life purse to fattening, to get the ball rolling. And so we learned in this principle that we should live off 90% of our income. We should put 90% in checking, 10% in savings, never touch the 10%, and that will start to accumulate over time. So live off 90%, save 10. Moved into the second cure. The second cure was to, I think it was to start to make your goal multiply. It was to control your expenditures. And so we learned a model there that said you want to get maximum value for every dollar that you spend. We also learned in this principle to live on a budget, that the budget is actually our friend and not our enemy. And moving into the third cure, we learned to make thy goal multiply. In other words, to become a lender instead of a borrower. Now that we have the 10% that's accumulated over time, we can start to lend it out or to invest it, and it'll bring back a return. And so we learned in the third cure to become lenders and not borrowers. And the fourth cure, guard your treasures from loss. And so here we learned that we should seek wise counsel when it comes to the decisions that we make with our money. We also learned in this principle that we should consult with those that have an expertise in the handling of gold. If you're looking for a house, you need to consult someone in real estate. If you're looking for diamonds, consult a jeweler. You don't want to consult a mason when it comes to farming. So you want to get expertise in the area in which you are looking to invest your money, or before you start giving your money out. And so we learned that we want to guard our wealth, protect it from loss. And so that's the 4th cure. So now, Arcad, 5th day, 5th cure. So the 5th cure for a lean purse, the 5th cure for a struggling bank account, the 5th cure for a lean wallet, or a wallet on E. 5th cure is make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. Make your house a profitable investment. If a man sets aside 9 parts of his earnings upon which to live and enjoy life, and if any part of this 9 parts he can turn into a profitable investment without detriment to his well-being, then so much faster will his treasures grow. So spoke Arcad to his class at their 5th lesson. All too many of our men of Babylon do raise their families in unseemly quarters. They do pay to exacting landlords liberal rentals for rooms where their wives have not a spot to raise the blooms that gladdens a woman's heart, and their children have no place to play their games except in the unclean alleys. No man's family can fully enjoy life unless they do have a plot of ground where their children can play in the clean earth, and where the wife may raise not only blossoms but good rich herbs to feed the family. To a man's heart, it brings gladness to eat the figs from his own trees and the grapes from his own vines, to own his own domicile or house, and to have it a place he is proud to care for, puts confidence in his heart and great effort behind all his endeavors. Therefore, do I recommend that every man own the roof that shelters him and his. So here, Arcad is talking about owning your own home, owning your land. So we've gone from learning how to save, we got into investing, we got into protecting our wealth. Now he's saying, own something, own your house, own your business, own your land. You need to go into ownership of property. That's where we're going, ownership of property. But he's specifically talking about owning your own house. I think everybody probably wants to own their own house. I know that's a goal of mine. Hopefully it's a goal of yours as well, to own your own house. Nor is it beyond the ability of any well-intentioned man to own his home. Have not our great kings so widely extended the walls of Babylon that within them much land is now unused and may be purchased at sums most reasonable? Also I say to you, my students, that the money lenders gladly consider the desires of men who seek homes and land for their families. Readily may you borrow to pay the brickmaker and the builder for such commendable purposes, if you can show a reasonable portion of the necessary sum which you yourself have provided for the purpose. So what he's basically saying here is that people are looking to lend you money at this point. If you can show that first you have a down payment and that you have shown that you have shown the ability to pay back a loan. So, it's not that you don't use debt at all. This would be good debt. And he's saying as long as you can provide a down payment, which you should be able to do if you're going through the first 4 cures, and you've shown that you can pay back, which you should be able to do as well, because now you're pretty much out of debt and you've got your money working for you and you got a sum to put down. The lenders, the banks, the brickmakers, the people that's going to make the house for you, they're ready and willing and able to lend you their services because you have money. Then will the house be built. You can pay the money lender with the same regularity as you did pay the landlord, because each payment will reduce the indebtedness to the money lender. A few years will satisfy his loan. Basically saying you're going from renting to owning. You're going from a rent payment to a mortgage, and that mortgage will eventually be paid off. That rent, you're going to keep paying rent, and never own a piece, that land, or never own that home. And so you go from renting to owning, but you don't go straight there. You go through the process of the other 4 lessons, the other 4 cures for a lien person. Then you're ready to buy your home. Then will your heart be glad, because you will own in your own right a valuable property, and your only cost will be the king's taxes. So now you own your home outright, you paid off the mortgage, so the only thing you're going to pay is taxes, which is pretty good. You don't have a mortgage payment, now you got just taxes to pay, which is awesome. Frees you up to do so many different things and to pass on. So also will your good wife will your good wife go more often to the river to watch your roads, that each time returning she may bring a goatskin of water to pour upon the growing things. Thus come many blessings to the man who owns his own house, and greatly will it reduce his cost of living, making available more of his earnings for pleasures and the gratification of his desires. This then is the 5th cure to a lean purse. Own your home. Let me repeat that again. Thus, many blessings to the man who owns his own house, and greatly will it reduce his cost of living, making available more of his earnings for pleasures and the gratification of his desires. This then is the 5th cure for a lean purse. Own your home. And so that's the 5th cure for a lean purse, coming out of The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. Get the book, read it. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your finances if you apply the principles. You're being given the knowledge, but it won't turn into a wisdom until you apply it. And you'll see that this 5th cure, owning your own house, owning your own home, it's the 5th step in the process, not the first. And he also says that we'll start to be able to enjoy more of our earnings because we went through the diligent process of paying things off, of getting money into our bank account, getting our money working for us. So now we can own our own home. And now that our home is paid off, we can really enjoy life. The problem that we see in today's society is we're trying to enjoy life. We're trying to enjoy the fruit without actually putting in the labor at the root. So now we're just trying to get all these, satisfy our gratifications and our desires without really having put in the work to build or to solidify a solid financial foundation. So hopefully this helps to give you the roadmap that you need to move into a more prosperous state when it comes to your finances. And so I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Leave comments, like, share, write #Babylon if you're feeling this video. This is Uncle E. And until next time, guys, I want to say to you, make your dwelling a profitable investment. Or to sum that up, 5th cure, own your own home.